Liberated to serve. Like an asthmatic, almost at the finish of a 3,000-meter dash, I felt like I was choking because I wasn't getting the air I needed to climb out of the grip of frustration, crippled by my own stagnation, refusing to be patient. Primatine Mist wouldn't do. I needed spirit-to-spirit resuscitation. Narrow is the road I'm taking. Although less traveled, the track won't get nearly as crowded on this course. Not many cheerleaders, but plenty of hecklers on the sidelines, and I recognize they ain't even in the race. Encouraging myself to keep on past the pain until I am healed. Disregarding how uncomfortable it may feel, trusting that God's sneak peek into my destiny is definitely for real. I am being extended from a cross-given space for what God intended. That has no limitations, far beyond what's in my reach, declaring that this time I won't be defeated by fear. I will not allow myself to hang on to the floating debris left over from the last sucker that fed me a future full of never would-be possibilities and threw out no good intentions on flotation devices disguised in gray buzzwords like maybe, someday, perhaps, and a good chance. That kept me from turning back. I am pressing forward to be the woman that God has called me, aware of the devices of my enemy, cognizant that his most successful weapon always was the inner me. Now I'm renewing my mind, polishing my shine, being filled with new wine, changing who I work out with. Although some may not understand this, I no longer fit in the box I put myself in. I'm being wise in my strides, casting the weights aside, so I can run light, never mind my pace. Being swift is how I lost my breath in the first place. I'm just going to stay in my lane, not tripping off the pain of the cuts and bruises I get along the way. They're only flesh wounds anyway. I will never be reduced to booty calls. And crumbs will not sustain me. Until a man recognizes how valuable I am valuable today. Not when he stops comparing me to those he qualifies as dimes. I'm priceless. I'm worth it. I am not who I am, but I am becoming her daily. And what is seen on the outside doesn't reflect even half of what's inside me. Oh yes, I am free, liberated, emancipated from the limitations I created as a result of not demanding to be celebrated, as opposed to simply being tolerated by people who didn't see the potential in the vessel God protects because he has so much invested in the soil of my soul for the purpose of my glorifying him. By putting me on display in hopes that someone will say, that's what freedom looks like. That's what liberation walks like. That's what grace sounds like. That's how deliverance loves like. This is what independence in Christ feels like.